Fire in the Luftleiter hole. Let's cook some chicken. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on for you today is I gotta kind of tell you a little story. My wife came to me and she says, hey, that's what she calls me, hey. She says, hey, why don't you ever make Weight Watcher friendly recipes? And I said, well, but baby cakes I do. Remember we made that 0-point soup once? And she says, yeah, that's been a long time ago. You haven't made anything recently. You know, nothing good recently. So I said, well, you know, what do you want me to do? So she brought me this recipe for stuffed chicken breasts. It calls for, this is farmer cheese right here. It calls for Neufchatel cheese, which I couldn't find. But this is pretty much close to it. And this is cream cheese. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'll make half the recipe with her Weight Watcher friendly stuff, and I'll make the other half of the recipe with whatever I want in there. Rootboy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what that calls for, bacon, right? So I got some cream cheese and I tried to soften it up, but it's very cold out here. It's like 60 degrees today. But anyway, that's about as soft as it's gonna get. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got some diced cherry tomatoes. I'm going to put about half of them in the cream cheese bowl. And now that my spoon is covered in cream cheese, anyway, I'm going to put half of those cherry tomatoes in the cream cheese bowl. Put the other half of them in the farmer cheese bowl. The farmer cheese has less fat than the cream cheese. The cream cheese has 30 grams of fat, or 100 grams of fat, or 100 calories. And this one's got 30 calories. So this one's got slightly less calories. Then I've got some spring onion that I diced. I'm going to put half of the spring onion in with the cream cheese and half of it in with the farmer cheese. Now in the bowl with the cream cheese, I've got some bacon that I cooked up. That's not all the bacon in this recipe. Not by a long shot. But anyway, what I got to do now is get this cheese and tomato and onion and bacon mixed up together. And I also got to mix up this farmer cheese. Now I got to get some chicken breasts out here, and we're going to stuff them and cedar plank them on the barbecue grill. So stay tuned. Chicken breasts out here, I've cut a slit into them with a sharp knife. I'm going to take that farmer cheese. This is the Weight Watcher friendly version of this recipe, and stuff it into the chicken breast like so. I've probably got more cheese and stuffing than I need. I'm going to get as much of it as I can into this one, like that. That's not enough stuffing. I need more than that. Anyway, we're going to pack that in there. Pack it in, and then I'm going to take a toothpick and shut that. I'm going to get some more of that stuffing in there. I want to stuff it up. I got 2 of them to stuff, but I want to get as much of that stuffing in there as I can. That's some good stuff. Get that in there. And then we'll get get a toothpick here and kind of close it up with the toothpick. I won't have to do that to my other ones because we're using bacon to close them up. Anyway, let's get some more of that farmer cheese and tomato and onion. Get that in there. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's one. I got a lot left over here. I probably had enough to do all 4 with just the one kind of cheese, but I decided to do it this way because I'm not gonna, you know, these ones here are gonna be Weight Watcher friendly. So if you're a Weight Watcher, this is the recipe you want to use. Let me get a toothpick over here. Probably need a couple of toothpicks in each to keep them closed up. Anyway, 1 toothpick for now. Now in this one I'm gonna put the cream cheese with the, I didn't make a very good pocket in this one, did I? Let's cut a little bit more into that. This is the cream cheese and bacon mixture right here. I'm going to get that stuffed in that breast somehow. I'm not too worried about it leaking out because I'm cooking this on a cedar plank on the barbecue grill. And also these two here are going to be wrapped in bacon. So let me get that stuffed in there. Get some more of that bacon goodness in the next one. Stuffing your chicken breasts with tomato, onion, and bacon. What could be better than that? Well, what could be better is if you wrapped them in bacon. How about that? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Bacon, onion, and tomato. There you go. So what I'll do now is I've got these two. I'm gonna wrap them in bacon, and that'll constrict on them and keep them closed. We won't have to worry about a toothpick. We'll just put a bacon wrap around them like so. You get the idea. Let me get these wrapped up with bacon. We'll get these all on a cedar plank and get them cooking. I'll show you what that looks like, so stay tuned. Okay, I've got my 2 bacon wrapped stuffed chickens and my 2 Weight Watcher friendly chickens. On the Weight Watcher friendly chickens, we got to dump some of this stuff. This is Everything Bagel Seasoning, and that's what the recipe calls for, because they call these Everything chickens. I put some Everything Bagel. I'll put some on my. No, I'm not, because I got something else for that. But anyway, yeah, that's the Weight Watcher friendly ones there, and this is the bacon wrapped ones here. We just got to cook this until that bacon tightens up and that chicken gets to about 165, 170 degrees internal, and then we'll come back and we'll cut one of my puppies here open and drink a beer. So stay tuned. I'm about 45 minutes into this, and this bacon's starting to tighten up really nice. The other ones are starting to look good too. I bought some of this at the grocery store. I don't know if you can see that. This is the original McElhenney Tabasco brand barbecue sauce. So I thought I would put some of this on my bacon wrapped ones. Not on, of course, the Weight Watcher ones. Some McElhenney hot barbecue sauce. Sounds good to me. Tabasco brand barbecue sauce. So I thought I would just slather some of that on there. Maybe brush it on with a brush. Get it brushed up. It's looking pretty good now, huh? See what I mean? This is the difference between the Weight Watcher one and the one you're gonna actually want to eat. That would be this one with the bacon and the barbecue sauce on it, right? Nobody wants to eat those plain Jane looking things, do they? Anyway, yeah, it's almost done. Let's see what's the temperature on this. Let's check a temp. Check a temp. We're at 171, so technically these are done. These are done. The bacon, I like the bacon to tighten up a little bit more and let that barbecue sauce set. Let me get a beer and we'll get them on a plate and take a taste, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, the chicken is done. There is the star of the show, the Frosty Rootboy mug. Here's today's beer, the last of the Stella Artois Solstice Lagers. That's the perfect beer to have with this chicken, because it's almost a light beer. It's 4.5 alcohol, and yeah, that's the last of a 20 pack right there. I'm gonna pour that out. I already know what it's like. It's really good, a really nice lager, and it's only 4.5 alcohol. Stella Artois, they've been in business since 1366, so I think they know what they're doing when it comes to making beer. I'm pretty sure that's a very good beer right there. Rob, what do you think, baby? You had some of this, haven't you? If you haven't scored any during the solstice, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I know what's in this. This is a good beer. Let's quaff the froth off it. Wow, so much flavor for a light, relatively light beer. And let me get some of my chicken over here and get a taste of that. I'm gonna cut off a piece. I probably won't get any of that cheese in my mouth. Maybe I will. Yeah, I got a little bit of it. Got a little bit of that cheesy stuffing and some bacon and some of that McElhenney Tabasco barbecue sauce. Let me get that in my mouth. Oh. Wow. It's really good. That's a great recipe. Let me tell you what. Excuse me. Try to eat. Babies, do yourself a favor. Cook up some of this cheesy chicken, barbecue chicken. Forget about the plain Jane ones. That's just for Weight Watchers. But anyway, this is really good. Excellent, delicious recipe. You know what we always say, babies. We say, if you don't like this, go somewhere else. Do whatever you want to do. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we will drink a beer. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you'll consider subscribing. And yeah, this is the last of the saltless lagers. I'm going to quaff that. I'm going to finish up my stuffed chicken. Don't that look good? Okay, babies. We'll see you next week, okay? Bye.